I remember I used to say, if all the women in the world was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with a dude that cheats. I'm not dealing with a dude that sells drugs. I'm not dealing with a dude that's in a gang. And if all the women were on that type time, there probably would be no gang members, no drug dealers. Like, so today we're going to be talking about women and why do women, most women, accept the short end of the stick, specifically in terms of relationships. That's what we're going to be talking about today. I got my little cocktail that I made, my homemade cocktail. You can grab a drink of your choice. It doesn't have to be a cocktail. You can grab some water, some tea, some coffee, whatever. Get your stuff and let's chat. So I just kind of want to talk about this because I don't understand. I feel like a lot of women just don't understand the power that they possess. One of the things that I feel like a lot of women do is like stay in relationships longer than they should. Like tumultuous relationships or like just relationships that are not benefiting you anymore. It's like, wait, because you do realize that you have the right to walk away from any relationship that you so choose if it's no longer fitting you, or if the person is not treating you like you deserve or giving you what you need out of said relationship. I just don't understand. A lot of women do that, myself included. I've done that before, but you know, I feel like you learn and you grow. But I feel like on the other side to that, a lot of women go through situations and they don't learn from it, so they keep repeating the same thing and the same thing and the same thing, not realizing, like, sis, if you just tap into your power, like, you will be good. Like, if you tap into like your worth and you know, like, I deserve more, I deserve better, and it's no issue with that. Like, it's no issue with saying like, hey, I know that I'm better than this and I deserve more than what you're giving me. And if you are not willing to give it up the way I deserve it, then I have the right to walk away from you. And I'm not trying to in no way, shape, or form talk down on women or bash women or anything like that. I just feel like a lot of it is because they don't realize their worth and the power that they possess. Like, yo, I remember I used to say, if all the women in the world was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with a dude that cheats. I'm not dealing with a dude that sells drugs. I'm not dealing with a dude that's in a gang. And if all the women were on that type time, there probably would be no gang members, no drug dealers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they want to get the women. They want to. And if the women are like, I'm not with that, then the men are not going to do it. If collectively all the women were like, that's not hot, that's not a thing, I'm not into that, I honestly feel like all of the men would be like, oh, the chicks ain't checking for like the drug dealers. Like, they not checking for the gang members. Like, dang, we got to do something different. And so that's what I mean in terms of like, you don't realize your power. And not just in the sense of like when dealing with men, I just mean in general. But in this specific topic, we're talking about relationships, romantic relationships. I want to repeat the disclaimer that I put out there. I'm not trying to like talk down on women or bash women or anything like that, because I am a woman and I too have been there. But then I tapped into my worth and I was like, hold up, I'm lit. I'm a great woman. I'm smart. I'm motivated. I'm driven. I'm fun. Like, another way that I feel like a lot of women, myself included at one point in time, accepted the short end of the stick is like when it comes, again, speaking specifically about relationships, romantic relationships, is when you are dealing with an overly complicated or unavailable man. Like, I watch Sex and the City almost like every other night because that's the only thing that be on, like, by the time I get off work, and like, you know, anyway. But watching Carrie and Big whole situation, I just was like, I can't. But I just feel like dealing with overly complicated men or unavailable men, like, for instance, a dude he act like he don't really have a lot of time for you, or you trying to, like, you know, you want a relationship and he acting like he want a relationship 1 minute and then the next minute he's switching up on you. It's like, don't nobody have time for that. Okay? Like, I know I don't. I just do not. Like, I'm not about to sit around here and deal with your mixed signals. Like, when I could literally, a guy could come along, if I wasn't wasting my time with you, could come along and then give me exactly what I deserve and what I need from a companion. What, like, why am I, you know how many people it is in the world? Like, I just, oh my gosh. Sometimes when you're in a situation or relationship, you feel like this is the only person for me. I would never love somebody so much and I would never find somebody blah, blah, blah. And you don't realize how big the world is. Like, it's so many people in the world. Like, and I'm pretty sure that, like, there is better qualified men to date you than a loser that's giving you the runaround. Period. Okay. And you know what too? Like, I also feel like very rarely do you see or witness or hear about men dealing with women who are overly complicated or unavailable, or they don't want to commit, or they lack a main component that that person needs, you know, to deem a worthy companion. I feel like you don't see that with men. Men do not be putting up with stuff, especially men do not take women back who cheat on them. Hello? Did you hear me? Did you hear that? I said,
men do not take women back that cheat on them.
There are exceptions to the rule, though. Sometimes you will get a man who is like, okay, cool, like, I want to give it another shot. People make mistakes, blah, 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 right? Although I don't really feel like you could accidentally have sex with somebody else. I don't know. But I digress. But, you know, like, I just feel like men are quick to do the cutoff. Quick. And I just feel like as women, we kind of need to boss up a little bit more and be like, yo, even if I have to cry myself to sleep for the next 2 weeks, it's better than dealing with your BS. And I will be okay because I was okay before I met you, and I'm going to be okay after I leave you, okay? Like, that's the type of mindset that I feel like we need to have. And not only that, I feel like we also need to know, like, yo, you are the prize. You are the catch. You are lit. You are bomb. You are loving and nurturing and all of these things. Why waste your time on somebody that's not worth it? I don't understand. Listen, the men are not giving it up like that. They not about to sit around and deal with a woman and her potential. I'm just saying. But that's pretty much it. I just needed to talk about that. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I know I feel like I was kind of all over the place, but I get real passionate about this because I once played the fool. Okay? The fool. I played the fool. It was when I was younger, and that relationship taught me so much. And it just taught me that, like, once you start kind of letting a man get away with things that you said that you would not tolerate. Like, for instance, if you say to a man, I would never, ever, ever stay with somebody that called me a bitch or whatever. Just the example. And then he calls you a bitch and you stay with him. That is kind of telling him that, like, yo, you don't really say what you mean and mean what you say, because you said that was the absolute deal breaker, and then I did that, and I'm still here. I'm still with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that, like, sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of the times, if you start to let somebody get away with things that, like, they shouldn't be getting away with, they'll take advantage of that, and before you know it, it's just kind of like you done lost control, the man running all over you. Like, I ain't telling you what I heard, sis. I'm telling you what I know. But yeah, that's it. Drop that in the comments and let me know what you think. And if you aren't subscribed, please be sure to take the time to do so now. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and all that good stuff. Okay? And I'll see you next time. Peace.